right, I think we should be about live now. Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. I'm pretty excited. DHL just arrived about, what is it, an hour and a half ago. So I have not taken a look at it yet, but I am excited to do so with you guys. If the audio is doing all right, just give me a thumbs up down there and maybe like on the video just to let me know that the audio is okay. This is not the Manta, guys. This is my Remarkable Paper Pro. Let me just check the quality here is good. Alrighty. Cool. So we will get to the unboxing in a second. I first wanted to kind of give some. Sound is pretty scratchy. Can anyone else let me know? Let me go into my settings quickly. Is it like choppy or is it let's see. Yeah, scratchy. Okay, I might just have to go with, let me, is that any better? So weird. Yeah, the last time I had this happen, I had to restart the whole stream. So I'm hoping I don't have to do that. But let's see if it's, can anyone tell me if that's better? I'm getting fixed. All right, awesome. Sweet. All right, let's restart that. Welcome to the stream, guys. Happy Friday, everyone. So I will try to unbox this in a second and we can talk about it. And at any moment, feel free to ask questions or comments if you are purchasing the device as well. But quickly, I just want to give a couple channel updates. So the E-Team, we are streaming on Sunday, and the kind of topic of contention, I'm sure, will be the Manta. But we're going to have some fun kind of stuff where we're going to talk about the best kind of 10-inch plus devices, and we'll get your input as well in polls. And then we'll also talk about the kind of 7.8 to 8.2 inch size, where we're going to have a vote on that as well. Hello, everyone. Let's see, Dan, Rad. All right, audio is better. Okay, it says back a little bit, but still better. Yeah, so that brings me to another channel update, guys. One of my goals next year, beginning of next year, is to upgrade my kind of live stream setup. Right now, it's kind of I have to like piece everything together back here when I do a live stream. And so I do want to kind of have a permanent setup and have like better microphones and stuff back here. I just have been so busy that I haven't had time to do that. But I think in the new year, in the winter time, there's always some downtime. So should be able to set that up. And then another kind of channel update is I got accepted to go to CES in the beginning of January. And so I'm super excited to go there. That's like kind of one of my lifelong goals. And because of this channel, we were able to make it there. I got a media pass as well, so I can go the first 2 days. And Rod is going to be there as well. I confirmed with him. So it'll be fun. I'll get to meet him, and we'll kind of hopefully get to see some of the CES attractions together. And yeah, just really excited for that. That's, if you're not sure, that's the Consumer Electronics Show, and that happens the kind of first to second week of January. And it's kind of just the future of technology and kind of a showcase for what's to come with technology. So really pumped for that. And then the last one, actually, I'll save this for the end. But yeah, so anyways, guys, this is the Nomad here. I have it for kind of reference. And I will put this to the side, but we can kind of take a look at this box here. And the only thing I did was I popped the Manta. I cut the Manta case so I didn't have to do it on camera, but I will have to do cut the folio case. So this is what the box looks like. How's the brightness? I can increase it a little if we need more lighting. Let's do that, yeah. Okay. So it's kind of your split kind of design here. And here's the Manta. Oh yeah. All right, I haven't even taken it out, but initially, it I guess it's lighter than I expected. But where's the V-Woods? I guess I should have expected that because I think it's exactly the same way. It's like 5 grams heavier than the V-Woods. I did just pop it on. I haven't set anything up just to make sure it worked. But I did it in the box. And so let's go through the quick setup here. So we have United States. I just wanted to make sure I didn't have a like non-functional panel or anything, but it looks like we are good here. And so I will connect to my Wi-Fi off screen here really quickly. Oh, right away it feels more responsive. Yeah, definitely more responsive than the Nomad. And I can feel like the softness does feel a little softer, that Mobius screen. So let me actually, I'm gonna put the packaging away, but you can take a quick look here. Are we in focus? Yeah, there we go. Okay. So 24-hour network time, Eastern. That all looks good. Let's go next. Participate. Sure, why not? Right-handed, left-handed. Okay, I know it's telling you the gestures. I'm already familiar because of the Nomad with that stuff. Okay. So one of the things I'm actually interested to see here is how the sync works between I had some questions about how it works between the kind of Nomad and the other device. Or if you have other devices like the A5X or the A6X and stuff. Okay, so it's gonna make me do a thing here. Let's call this one. You can see the typing speed here. Live stream. Okay. Standard. Yeah, let's do standard. Let's actually do a lined one. And then create. So create a new note. Check now. Introduction of tools. We are familiar with those. So that's how you hide that. And let me open the Nomad here just for reference so you can see. So tap, tap, tap. I actually never use that double tap to hide this. I always hit this, but I guess I should use that more. So yeah, also you can drag. So if you hold here, you can move it anywhere. Like you can even move it to the top. Not sure what it's trying to get me to do here. Pop it up. Drag the floating toolbar left, right of the edge of the screen to switch to the fixed toolbar. So we can have it up there. And start handwriting. Let's move it back here because I'm a righty. And okay, actually, comment, do you guys want to see the pen first or the folio? We've got the folio here. And we have the pen. Let's let's do the pen first, just because we have a we need something to write on, and I'd rather use a new pen than one of the old pens. So here's the new Lamy ceramic Supernote pen. And I don't know if any of you saw my video yesterday. I had bought this at Staples a couple weeks ago. I was planning on adapting it, but kind of cool. They came out with the exact same one. And so now I can actually compare. They do say like a specifically customized grip on the website, so I'm wondering if it's actually different than the standard Safari pen. Let's check it out. No, it's pretty much identical. The only thing here, the casing is the same, but this is much taller. You can see that. Um, let's pop this open real quick. Does this come off? No. I mean, it looks identical there, but you'd have to probably pop this off somehow, and then you could probably put this in there. But yeah, basically the same exact pen, just the new ceramic nib. So let's take a look. This is the new one, I think. And, sorry, this is the new one. So, guys, one of the things with acrylic is like I have some scratches on this one. Nothing that thick, like deep, but an acrylic pen will get scratched, just like the back of the Nomad, right? So here I have a little micro scratches. You probably can't see too well because I'm on a live stream quality here, but let's see. I just bought the new Amazon Scribe this week. Would be nice to compare to if you have it. Thanks. It's actually not in my house right now. It's back home at my yeah, sorry, I can't compare right now. But I can compare. I do plan on comparing with other ones right now. And let's see, it might take a while to sync if you have a lot of files. I don't have a crazy amount of files because I use the Nomad. I don't have an A5X. So I use this more on the go, and I take like smaller notes. I take my bigger notes on other devices, like the Remarkable platform, because it's a bigger device. But let's go. Let's just make sure we're online here. Sync failed. Let me log in here. I'll do this off camera. Yeah, Sheila, I'm sure you have a lot of a lot of synced files, right? I know Ed's been using it for like 3 years, and he said his took a very long time to sync. So I'm just logging in quickly here. And for those of you just joining, feel free to have a kind of put a question there if you want. And also, I'm happy to, at the end, if you guys would like, I could do a quick like 5-10 minute sketch. Maybe the person that gives me the best idea of what to sketch could drop that in the comments, and I'll choose kind of my favorite one there. Let's log into the cloud here. Shajib, I will do a comparison in a little bit. I'm just trying to log in here into the cloud. Okay, we'll do the sync in a second. Of course, I forgot my password. I might need to reset it. Okay, so yeah, actually, we can go do a quick comparison then. So let's just look at the device, and then I'll do it with like a folio too. But I will grab the Remarkable 2 here. So let's pop it out. I think this is over 400 grams. So an AI robot. That's a cool one. I mean, yeah, definitely lighter. Also, you have to remember this is like a metal frame and like all glass, whereas this is virtually all plastic, because the screen is plastic, the casing's plastic. There's some metal bits and some metal inside, but that yeah, definitely lighter. And if you want to see just like dimensions, so the width, I don't know if you can see on the top here. So the width is a little wider on the Remarkable, but now they're lined up on the bottom. The Nomad, or sorry, the Manta. I gotta stop saying Nomad. The Manta is a little bit taller because it does have a bigger screen, guys. So this is a 10.3 inch, and this is 10.65. And yeah, let's see. I lost a pad here, kind of. I don't know when, but slid off. But yeah, so hopefully that answers your question. But the weight distribution, yeah, I mean, they both feel well distributed, but this is just, yeah, lighter. And so actually, one thing I'm kind of curious is, because of and Sheila, maybe you can comment on this on your writing experience, but, you know, because of the tapered design, some people I know were like curious if the actual device would kind of wobble when you press on it because it has a tapered side, but I'm not really getting any of that. Let me actually try writing here. So this is the new. Oops, sorry, we lost the camera. So this is the new kind of pen here. What are we on? The ink pen. So really quick, if you want to see the ceramic ballpoint here, I can focus in. Let's see that. Yeah, there we go. See that the tip there. So pretty cool. I wonder if they'll sell these. Let's focus back down here. I wonder if they'll end up selling these on their own, but that'll be interesting to see. So, all right, let's try to give this a shot writing with it. Grip does feel good on these. I don't know if you guys have tried one. Oh, guys, I'm getting the non-contact thing. I don't know if you've ever I've had this happen on devices before. It's kind of an issue with some. Yeah, you see, so I'm not touching it and it's giving a little. So I'm going to reboot the device, guys. So my tip is if you ever have this happen, let's see if it's just happening on that pen or if it's this one too. Oh, interesting. It's just on that pen. Test on the HOM2. Okay. Let's do it again. Weird. Maybe I got a defective pen. Let us reboot it real quick. This should give you a kind of demo of the reboot time. And this doesn't have anything on it, so this will be. Oh yeah, sorry, my mic keeps sliding away. Um, Joe, I appreciate you mentioning that, but I did mention in the beginning I'm gonna, for next year, one of my goals is in the beginning of the year to upgrade my live stream setup. So I have like everything fixed right now. I kind of have to build it every time, but hopefully that fixed it a little bit. It kind of slides away the more I lean down. Can the pen somehow scratch the screen when the loop when lifting on that side, for example? So actually, yeah, let's try the new pen loop. Mine is pretty tight. Let's sure it'll stretch out over time. So are you saying like will the pen kind of come over when lifting on that side, for example? Hmm. I'm not sure if I totally understand what you're saying, Simon. Like, can it come over? It can wobble a little bit. I know. Oh, okay, Sheila, let's see. Not in the prototype I had. I didn't notice any wobble when writing or drawing. Okay, good. Good to know. Um, so that is kind of interesting with the Lamy. When you have it flat like this, it's lifted a little here. I'm sure if you had the folio in the back and it's flipped around, then that would be fine. But yeah, I know Sheila posted a photo entry, that's entry line there. She posted a photo where she added another pen loop down here with like an adhesive in the back, and then you could kind of have it fully stationary there. So that's a potential thing you could do. But let's see if that fixed the issue I was having. No, I'm still having it. But it's weird. It's only once I type and then see it's dragging like that. I'm not touching. Hmm. I don't know. Maybe I got a defective pen. I know okay, I think I was talking about this earlier, but if you ever have that happen, one thing you should do is you should reboot the device, and then if you have a tip that's replaceable, you should replace the tip. I was reading on some subreddit. I think there is something you can do in the settings. And Sheila, maybe you can help me here. I've never had to do it before, but I know it's like non-contact or something, like um, stylus, calibration, non-contact writing, tester stylus. Okay. Let's see, for behavior 1 and 2, add 10 each time in tester stylus. Okay. A to B. Setting the maximum value, so I'll add 10. Oh, I think it's gone. Let's see. Apply. Let's try it again. Okay, that looks like it fixed it. So let's go back, and now let's give the Lamy a try again. So, yep, that fixed it. So guys, 2 fingers here, you can loop, lasso, you can, select stuff, or 2 fingers here, I can just circle this, and I can also just scratch stuff out, and it'll go away. So let's get rid of this non-contact mess here. Oop, that didn't register. And right here. So let's see. Manta A5 X2. Okay. Let's see. Have they updated with new features? I didn't see an update on my Nomad, but I would imagine if they're going to do something, it would probably come out soon. You got what I was trying to say. Concerned the pen might wobble, as you said, and touch the screen. Sorry, not my first language. Oh, no worries, Simon. Yeah, hopefully that answered your question here. But yeah, okay. So yeah, new pen feels good. I had that slight issue, so if you ever have that issue, you can know that you can do the calibration of the stylus and get it fixed here. So let's just test some highlighting actually. Marker. I'm curious to see how the contrast looks on the. Okay, that's the darker one. Let's do the lighter one. Yeah. Yeah, screen looks good, guys. And then a refresh here. We'll get rid of any ghosting. Have you noticed anything surprising so far about the A5 X2? So I'll be honest, Priscilla, I literally just unboxed it. And I haven't even unboxed the folio, so let's do that. It's actually a good time to do that. Let's see. What system version? Handwriting recognition search speed. Yeah, I will do that in a second. Let me just get the folio out. But yeah, Sonic Cell, just FYI, the handwriting recognition happens in the background. So you're actually not really going to notice it because it's like just working constantly. So here's the new folio. Pretty light because it's a half folio. But yeah, Sonic Cell, I can test the real-time recognition if you want to see it in a second. We'll go. This is a non-hand recognition sheet that I opened, but we will open one in a second. So guys, if you can see that, it clips in here. There's four little kind of attachment points that go in, and then you get a satisfying little click. Hope you can hear that, the little click. And it should have, just like the Nomad here, it should have the magnetic, wake feature where it goes into the screensaver and goes there. And so, yep, goes. And guys, these are using the same chip, so let's test the speed. Let's go back, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, about the same. This has more stuff on it, so I would expect it to maybe be a little bit slower. But, okay, so half folio. With the folio on now, yeah, it still feels pretty light. Let's see how it works when we fold it back. So you can see the kind of manta eyes there. And it's got a nice little crease here. Rests pretty flat. Yeah, actually it rests like perfectly flat. That is one of my slight complaints with the Nomad, the full folio. You can see here, when you rest it, it's never fully flat. It's always a little raised on one side. So when I have it down here, it's you probably can't see, but it's a little inclinated like this way. Right? So I actually never end up writing like that. I either write with it open like this, or I will sometimes pop it out and write with it like this. But I'm kind of, yeah, pleased to say that it rests perfectly flat on the table here. So let's go back to Sonic Sal's question, and we will do a new note. We'll do a real-time recognition. Here's the typing speed for you guys. Oops, press something. Typing feels decent. It'll feel better with a Bluetooth keyboard. I certainly think that now with the Nomad, or sorry, the Manta, I keep calling it Nomad. So actually, let's try one thing because I do want to show you something. Here's the back. I don't think I've shown the back yet. But these are the kind of screws here that you can take the attachment off of the folio, and you could, put your own or customize it some way. So let's see. This is a little release lever, and then I will pop it off here. And so Ed said he feels like they'll have something to, like a little slit here if you never want to use the folio to like cover that up. But also, one thing of note is the pogo pins here. Because it's on the side now, I think that that's really apt for a type folio design. So I could certainly see a type folio coming out for this, where you could then have a keyboard that's directly attached to it and not connected via Bluetooth. But let's put it back in. Let's see, how is the alignment? It's pretty easy. Yeah, it's not bad. This is exactly kind of like the design of the Pen Star here. So the Pen Star, I'm not sure, I haven't actually talked to this device. I'll probably do a live on it at some point. But it's a half folio design. And this actually has no touch, just got like button and pen support. But you can see here, this one's actually, I think it's just fully magnetic, So it's just got these kind of relatively strong magnets that you pop in here. I have not played with this much, but there we go. And so similar design to the Manta here. Okay. So we are in a real-time recognition note here. I'm now going to write with the folio in the back, and I'll give a little test here. Let's go to like a little thicker so you guys can see. So here is a real time recognition of the standard push up pen on the Manta. Right? And then there you go. Here's a real-time recognition of the standard push-up pen on the Manta. It did it instantaneously because it's doing it in the background, and it was 100% accurate there. So Sonic Cell, hopefully that gives you a little update of how it worked. It did work. Let's see. More. Let's go to Q&A a little bit more. I'm experiencing audio problems. Are they from my computer or from Vladimir's? Yeah, Wayhan, sorry about that. I mentioned, yeah, I'm not sure exactly what's going on. You know, I've had this exact same setup before and it's worked perfectly. And then sometimes it's like I've had to restart the stream and stuff. But like I said, that is on my list of things to do in the beginning of the year in January to get a full-time upgraded setup. And I'll probably, you know, I have a nice little space here where I can do that and build it. So maybe I'll document it and kind of share it with you guys if you want to, for those of you that might be interested in seeing what it looks like and how I can kind of get a workflow on it. I want to get like the kind of the Elgato like stream decks and stuff and kind of get all that set up and have permanent cameras, permanent microphones. Right now I'm just kind of building it. So, all right. Hulu friend, Carta 1300 works quicker than Carta HD. Yes, that is 100% correct. I've been using it on the where's the VWoods? So thin I almost lost it. On the VWoods here. So this is the exact same panel as the let's move this over. These are both the same panel. We got a little glare here. Let me move this back a little so we can get less glare. That's a little better. Yeah. You can see how like on Carta, the 1300, the colors really pop, the black and whites. These, let's see, they do look the same shade of color. Looking like on camera, it looks like it might be a little different shade, but in person here, they look almost identical in terms of the color shade. So thank you, Vladimir, for clarifying. Yeah, no worries, Wayhan. But yeah, keep the questions coming, guys. I will walk through some of this stuff that I've prepared here. Okay, so now I kind of I want to do this is a test that I've been very curious of, and I just want to do the Nomad with the Manta back to back because this is a glass screen. So kind of Hulu friend, like your question, it's quicker, but also it should feel different than this HD Carta. I think this is Carta 1000. So let's go to a kind of note here, and I should hopefully give you a yeah, the bezel being a different color. Yeah, you know, Charles, you bring a good point up. I remember from some of the promo material, I talked about it in some videos, but I thought that like in at least the photos, the bezel looked exactly almost matched to the, let's see if we can actually, let's go to the website real quick. So I'm going to hide this and you can see here. So let's look at some of the promo content. I want to see if actually also someone was telling me it was yeah I knew it was gonna go quick. I got some messages this morning that it was like people were having trouble buying it. They couldn't buy it anymore. So this used to say buy and now it says pre-order. So that's why I was kind of giving people advice like if you want to see this device soon, you should buy it. I'll link it. It's already linked below if you wanna check out this site that I'm looking at. but you can probably expect a little bit of wait time now, and it's only the second day that it's been out. But yeah, what I wanted to check out here is some of the photos I was talking about. So like you see here, it looks like almost exactly the same color, and just keep that in memory for a second. And okay, so here it looks a little different. It looks more like what I'm seeing, although this looks a little lighter. And then, yeah, here it looks a little bit different. But there were some photos in the promo content I saw that it looked almost identical. Like this looks pretty close, you can see. But what I'm getting here, let's go back to my cam here. You can see it looks different. This is more of a pure white, so it might not come across. Let me get the brightness up here. Let's brighten it up a little bit. So it's maybe like a shade or two grayer than the Nomad's white here. And I know this is the crystal Nomad. People have shared with me that the white Nomad is more akin to this, maybe even a little darker. And yeah, it's just I'm noticing it a little bit, like the difference. I thought it was going to be closer matched. But hold on, I just saw we had some more questions. I'm a little concerned about the half-wheel stability. In Roderick's test, he could easily pull the outer hooks of the device quite a bit while attached. They don't seem to grab onto anything. All right, we can do that little test. I mean, you're not wrong. I just, yeah, you're right. I'm just thinking about it from a practical perspective. I'm not sure. So it does have a, hopefully you could hear that. It does have a satisfying click when you pop it in. And let's see. Maybe it's just an issue with the latch. Let's take a look on the back when I pull. If the latch is actually detaching. So I'm pulling pretty hard now. So now I'm pulling hard and it's not. Oh, you know what? I think I pulled from the top before. Oh, interesting. Okay, so if I pull, so guys, I'm an engineer. I'm going to give you some engineering terms. Like if I pull along the axis with like a vector this way, then it does not come out. Okay. So I'm going to pop it back in. Because it's on the hinge of the grasping point, it's not pulling like out at all. You can see this one wants to get loose. This one wants to get loose, but it's stable there. I'm pulling pretty hard right now, okay? But now watch, I'm gonna apply a little force in the Y direction. Like actually this way I'm gonna pull. So this one should come loose first, and now you can see, nope, now it's not. Weird. But let me pull up. So applying force in the Y direction. So now I can't replicate it. Okay. Well, yeah, it's pretty sturdy now. Weird. Oh, you know what? Because I did notice it was a little lower before. Maybe this needs to break in. Let's see. Now I can't do it. Now I can't do it if I try. So let's call that inconsistent in my results here. Yeah, I'm not able to pull it now. But okay, so what I was going to say is from a practical perspective, I don't know any time that I'd be like yanking the folio out where it would be like, okay. So the outer ones are definitely looser than the inner. Yeah. I don't know like when I'm going to be, I've never had a point where I think I'm applying a lot of force on my folio that way, which seems to be the only way to take it out. This is obviously something that I will follow up on, and in my review I will talk about my experience with it if I've ever had it just kind of naturally pop out. But so what was that? I tried, I don't know, 10 times there. 2 times I got it out, and I applied a good amount of force. But yeah, the top and bottom ones are more easily removed, it looks like. So TBD, I will comment on that in the future. MW, Okay, you're getting yours next week. Nice. Yeah. Hopefully you enjoy it, even when the device was lying flat. I don't get why they didn't extend their locking mechanisms. Yeah, this is let's just pop it out one more time, and then we'll move on to something else. But I feel like ah, so yeah, I mean that explains a little more now looking at it. So this has a kind of V taper shape, whereas this has a more hooked design, and so it makes sense that that's easier to slip out, especially if you can apply some force like that where it's then dislodging and then slipping out of there. Whereas this one is actually hooked, and so it stays in better. Yeah, interesting. I wonder, now I'm actually really curious what the actual design is like in there. If like the hook design is this, or the latching mechanism is the same here as it is up here. I'm not 100% sure. But anyways, we will put it back and let's move on to a different topic. Shajib shipping to 20. Okay, so you kind of got a confirmation of when you're gonna get it. Or it looks like. Okay. So yeah, sorry, I keep getting sidetracked by questions. What I wanted to test is I want to give it a shot with the kind of Nomad versus the Manta here, because this is glass. It's Carta 1000, I believe, and it's a different screen than this 1300, and this is Mobius. They do have the same feel rate 2 protector on them, and so I do want to just give it a quick. This is the reveal I'm working on. Let me get past this. Okay, do a new page, and so let's start on the Nomad. So this is just a. Actually, let's go to the same. So we got a. I'm doing the 0.7 fine liner. So lighting test on the Nomad. Okay, and let's go also to a fine liner here. Let's get it to 0.7, same size. So yeah, it feels not like it's not night and day difference, but it feels a tad softer. Also, you have to remember that my Manta is brand new now, so if you're not familiar, the Feel Rate 2, which is the protective screen on this, is a little stiffer, like at the beginning, and then you have to kind of break it in, and then it will become a little bit softer, and it will just be a little smoother as well. That's something that I also, my Remarkable 2, I put Feel Rate on it, and so I can use the ceramic nibs, but this took it took like a week or two to fully break in, and now it feels kind of similar to the Nomad here. And oh, you know what? We actually never did a size test here. So this is the V Woods. You can see the V Woods is a little thinner. It's was it 4 point? I think it's like 4.5 or 4.6, so very thin. So you can get an example of the thinness here. And then you can also see that it's just a tad bit smaller in every direction. But the panel, if I line them up, is the exact same size. It's the same panel. And then let's get this big boy here. You can see the Manta compared to the Remarkable Paper Pro. So corner to corner, it is a little smaller in every direction. Not a crazy amount of difference, but looks like thickness wise here. Let's get the Paper Pro. You can see that thickness roughly. They look pretty similar. These are tapered. The edges are thinner, obviously, because they're tapered, but the kind of bulk of it looks the same. So let's go back here and rating test on the Manta. Okay. Let me just refresh here really quickly. Also, I don't know if many of you saw, but this is the, let's hide this for a second. This is the kind of promo video. So it's, yeah, inspired by the manta ray, obviously, and they tapered the edges and the kind of eye ports there. The USB port and the power button are kind of like the eyes of it, and that's also something they kind of put on the, let's see, they kind of branded the case like that. Sorry. So let me show you. Oh, this is the folio. It kind of, here's the back, and here is the front. They have the kind of manta design here with a little drawing of the manta there. Okay. Two things I also want to test right now is one, I want to see the new, well, not new, but I haven't had it before, so I'm curious to check it out. This is the Twin Safari EMR. So this is a dual tip, and so you should be able to spin it in this direction, and it's a kind of ballpoint pen. So let's do the quick start guide. Also, yeah, I haven't really checked out what's in here. So just as an example, this pen can actually write on paper, and then if you twist it the other way, it is a ceramic nib. Oop. We will get back to the box in a second, but then this should be able to write with a ceramic nib. Oh, that actually feels good. I used to love these types of pens growing up. You know, you have like, you twist it one way to have blue, and some of them used to be like, it kind of have a gravity sensor. So like this would be like blue, then you'd go here, it'd be red, you go here, it'd be pencil, here it'd be black. But this is just a twin, so it's the pen and the ceramic tip. Really cool. I think it's a good pen to travel with, because then you have one pen that functions for a lot of different things. But this is slightly thinner than the other kind of screwdriver that they gave with the Nomad. Oh yeah, also one thing with the twin tip, I believe if you accidentally go to your pen and then you write on this, they have instructions on their website. So I'll show you really quickly. But here, let's go to accessories, let's go to pens. And so yeah, if you click here, 89 bucks. And okay, yeah, so if you accidentally write on the Supernote with a ballpoint nib, please follow this guide to clean the screen. Oh, where'd that go? Weird. Anyways, yeah, you should reach out to them if you do. But I think it was like don't wipe it. It's like you have to use either some solution or some cleaning solution or some water. But yeah, that's hopefully I never do that on my Nomad or Manta. But let's go back to here. So this is what's in the box. So we got put this pen away. We got the quick start guide, all the specs here. And then we got the right angle USB cable. And then it looks like we actually have cuttable pen loop, so you can craft your own. They give a replacement one here. And then, let's see, is this black? Yeah, it might be black. Oh, this is just the, oh, okay. Yeah, so I think you sew these in, or you could probably heat press them with glue or something. So if you're going to make your own loop, that's cool, they provide that. So yeah, modularity for the win. And then they give some replacement screws here. So was there two in there? And there's a little, is that a little insert? Little like guide insert or something like that? Or maybe that's in the device, something in the device that is a spacer of some sort. So that's what's in the box. And oh, there's another. So there's two. Yeah, there's two extra pen wipes. Nice. So let's actually dig into the device now. Also, let me go back to the questions here. So let's see. Have you found that the Nomad and Remarkable are accurate in word text? Oh, Shajib, thank you so much, man. I'll have a coffee to you tomorrow, and I will work on my next video. So appreciate that. Yeah, yeah, Shajib, this review is, I normally do long-term reviews, but this one might come out a little earlier just because I'm very familiar with the Supernote platform now, and it's the same kind of internal hardware. It's just the screen that's different. So I'll probably start working on it soon once I've gotten a little more familiar with the device. But I found the Nomad and Remarkable accurate in word text. So I assume, NZ, you are, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I assume you're talking about the actual like recognition. I did a little bit of a test earlier on that, but that is something that I think, in my personal experience, the Supernote platform gets better because the I'll pop up the Pro here. So let's log back in here. I gotta put the password in. So this is, actually, let's go back to that page. So current script, it's an active process where, if I want to send my email, I do right here, and then I can just send it. And so you have to read it via email, like that. Yeah, Shajib, you'll hopefully see it in the next couple weeks, I think. So, yeah. Anyways, back to this. Yeah, I honestly I don't use a lot of recognition on this. I sometimes will send emails when I write I'm like plotting out stuff and I want to transfer it to a different device, but it does have some errors occasionally. It's gotten better, like I think because they do it in the cloud, so it can be improved. Whereas the Supernote does it locally, and it's doing it in the background. And I don't have the best or the worst handwriting, but with my handwriting, it seems to work pretty well. And so I have zero complaints on the Supernote. This one I just have complaints about, like the process feels very antiquated of like having to convert to text and then kind of. Oh, I must have missed that. Okay. So Remarkable now added it locally. I definitely missed that update. But that's cool. So forget what I just said about emailing. That used to be how it was. You had to send it via email to get the text conversion. But let's see. AF2 launched Manta Ray channel updates, CS, ROD, E-Team, live streams, size comparisons, pen difference, ergonomics, wobble, folio, pen star. Yeah, that was 100% accurate pretty much too. Maybe the A5 X2 it messed up, but that's understandable because that's like A5 space X2. So maybe it's trying to maybe it's thinking that it's like 5 times 2. So that's something there. But like I said, because it's in the cloud, they can actively work on it. And the Supernote, when it's doing real-time recognition in the background, that's hardware reliant, whereas theirs is cloud-based. So hopefully that answers your question, NZ. I don't know 100% if that's what you're asking, but I think that's what it was. But yeah, next up, I want to go a little bit into the back of the device. So actually, I don't need to take that off, but let's see if this is able to be removed. Just for reference, this is what we'll see when we get inside. So it should be similar to the Nomad. I mean, almost identical. Let's see if I can do it with just my bare finger. Yeah, you can kind of get your nail in there. It'll be easier, guys, if you have a pry tool. Um, so like it looks like I can kind of get it. I would recommend using a pry tool for this, but kind of you would with a pry tool you just want to move along. I don't have one on me right now at the moment, so I'm just going to go kind of slowly and get the sides here. Yeah, definitely use a pry tool, guys. It's not like impossible, but it'll be definitely easier with the pry tool. Okay, and you can kind of just slide it like that. Okay. So yeah, I would not recommend doing it by hand because I did kind of I teared it a little bit here. I can just go that back, but here is the inside, and so you'll notice the battery is bigger, and yeah, MW. I realized that after, but hey, that's why I do it live so you guys can learn. And yeah, it's not a big deal. I can just glue that back on and it'll work fine. But the yeah, you can see the battery is a little smaller on the Nomad. I think this was like 2700 and this is a little over 3000 or around there. I can't remember the exact spec. I think it's over 3000. But the SoC is the same and has the memory card slot enabled here. But yeah, that's the internal. And the connectors are different. You can see here. It's a little longer here because the battery is extended. But yeah, this is a little bit of an ordeal to get through because you have a lot of screws. And I've actually, you can see here, oh, sorry, you cannot see because the camera went off. Yeah, rad. I know, super glue for the wood, right? I'm not worried about it. I don't really plan on taking this very often. But the little screw here, you can see I lost one, and that was not from like, like taking it out and then like losing the screw. It was actually like in the folio, and then over time it just loosened and got out. I noticed I caught one or two like here with these little imprints, and so I was able to put them back. But I would recommend retightening these every like month or two if you have the crystal edition, just so that you don't have that happen. Because I don't want to over tighten them. I don't want to like torque the screws too hard and then start stripping them or like strip the screw hole inside or something like that. Um, but let's put this back. So yeah, definitely follow their guide if you guys are going to do this. They recommend a pry tool. I did it without, and that explains why you should do it with a pry tool. But that's why I demo things for you guys, so you can learn from my mistakes. And even with it, let's see. I think I should. Okay. Oh, so it was the top part. Yeah, it was the top part that I got a little bit. So yeah, I'll fix this after. But that is the kind of process of opening it. Any more questions here? I don't have too much else on the agenda, um, but I can definitely take a few more questions. Let's see, what did someone say earlier? AI robot. All right, let's think. What could I do for an AI robot? Let's go to Atelier. And guys, I will, like I said, I have to remember my Supernote password. But I'll test the sync, and I'll definitely talk about that in my full review. Um, from what I understand from Sheila, it's like if you want things to sync, from Nomad to Manta, and then vice versa, back and forth, you definitely want to have it like once you finish something here, sync it, and then once you want to open it here, like sync it, and then it should work. But I will test that live and and report back in my full review of it. Okay, yeah, rad, thanks. So yeah, let's give Atelier a little shot here. One second. So I have a question for you guys actually. I For my Meta smart glasses review, I put a thumbnail that I'd created, and then I drew one on the Remarkable Paper Pro. I can show you here. Where is it? Here. So I drew this, which is like the Meta smart glasses. This is my first sketch on the Paper Pro, and it looks very different in the app too. I can maybe I can show you here. But yeah, so I put them in the thumbnail tester, and yeah, I got a significant better response. What is that? Did I get ink? Oh, no. I got a significant better like click-through rate when I drew it. So I have been considering like for some of my reviews drawing the products for the thumbnails. I'm kind of curious what you guys would think about that, if that's something you think you'd like to see. Um, but let me share my screen here. You can see kind of what the version looks like. Oh, the app's updating. Sorry, one second. So while that updates, let's get the light here. Full blast. Yeah, you can see kind of like the layers here. Kind of was playing around with the dithering and the colors and whatnot, and yeah, it was actually, this is pretty fun to draw. I really enjoyed it. But yeah, so I've been thinking of doing that, and I feel like sketching on the Nomad and the kind of Manta, I think, are my favorite way because of Atelier. The Remarkable Paper Pro is like pretty fun too, but I'd be curious to hear if you guys would be interested in me trying that on more thumbnails and using that because it's fun, and it's a way to get myself to draw more. I love drawing, but I find that I'm so busy sometimes that I don't do it as much as I'd like. But if I were doing it for a like purpose, then I think I'd keep myself more kind of committed to actually doing it consistently. But yeah, the Remarkable app's updating here, so I'll show you in a second what that could look like when it's kind of it looks very different in the app than it does in the actual kind of Remarkable rendering, the way it shows it, because it's this is Gallery 3 and the color rendering is very different. So yeah, that would be interesting. All right, the app is almost updated. Give me 1 second. But yeah, shoot it with questions. Maybe I'll sketch this a little bit and then call it. So give me any last questions you guys have on the device before I take off for the night. But thanks everyone for joining. Appreciate the engagement, guys. Here, I'm super excited for this device and really excited to play around with it and give it a full kind of test. So you had asked for an AI robot. Okay, so I've got the Remarkable app open, and I will show you right now what that looks like. can see the colors are way different, right? I don't know if I can rotate it in the app here, but you can see, you know, that's what it looks like in the app. You can see it's very like vibrant, and that's actually the I mean, I changed it a little bit, but that's kind of what the colors look like. And just for another reference, that is what it looks like here. I'll put it maybe in the light a little bit so you can see it. So it looks cool, you know, it's like very like newspaper-esque, but it looks nothing like the app here. But yeah, let's go to Atelier. Oh, that's right. Do I have to actually have to download it, I think, huh? Let's go to apps, download 1.0.85. That was telling me they had a recent update here on the Atelier kind of file. I don't think they added much like feature wise, but I think they added some stability stuff. So that is downloading right now, and in a second, give a little sketch. Okay, let's open it. Let's start with a pencil. We'll go like kind of light at first. So guys, I am gonna turn it a little bit just because that's kind of the way I like to draw. So what I'm doing now is I'm just creating like the base layer. I'm just doing like a quick outline. But yeah, like the reason I like Atelier so much is that it's kind of like the really just feels like pencil and paper, you know? And it allows for a lot of correction, like I'll show you in a little bit. And you know, with the fact with the fill rate too, it has kind of like the grippiness that you'd like, and it gives like kind of just a nice like little texture. You know, let's go back. So you can backspace here and go there. And yeah, it's like you know you see here, there's different levels of pencils and stuff. This is so cool. Like I love sketching on the Nomad, but just having this like nice big screen now is like game changer. This is gonna be really fun. I'm just kind of doing the base layer right now and get some arms going here. Let's do a quick like 5-10 minute sketch here for you guys. And yeah, you don't have to worry about like accuracy here, because what I do is like I'm on base layer right now, and so what I'll do in a second is I'll add another layer and I'll go with like a darker color and kind of create a better outline there. I'll get another arm there. So I'll show you an example. I think I like that more. So I'm gonna erase here, go back to the pencil, and like that messed up. A little fat over here. And let us do a little pixel block. And we'll go a little grayscale here, get a little shadow underneath. See, do I like that color? Yeah, that's fine. So guys, if you didn't know in Atelier, here you can cast different colors of like, grayscales. So just to give you an example, I can go like a little bit lighter here. And let's get another place here. So that's kind of like I have an outline now for something, and what I can do now is I can go to let's go. Which pen do we want? Let's go to thick. So now I will go. Let's see what color we're on. We're on dark, right? So I'll add another layer, and here we go. So what I'll do is I can start tracing on my kind of initial design. Let me go back for a second. And that's one thing I want is I want them to integrate. Oh, they did integrate gestures. Okay, that's a cool Atelier update. So you can see this used to not work. Like on my Nomad, my experience basically has been I've always had to go back or I've had to erase stuff. But they added that, and I don't know why that wasn't a feature that should have been there from the get-go, but that's good to see. Nice little update there. Oh, Soundwave, thanks so much, man. Team Yoshi. Oh yeah, I wish you were out earlier. I would have tried to give Yoshi another little draw here, but we're doing a little. So let's see, back. Yep, we're doing a little robot here. Don't like that either. Yeah, it's good. It works consistently. Yeah, that's nice. Get a little flex with here. I'm gonna go with the. Actually, I want to try drawing with this. Let's give this a shot. Do I like it with the? Oh, I'm getting the non-contact again. All right, yeah, I'm gonna have to adjust that. Let's go with the harder metal. Oh, that's game changer. I love that they integrated the gestures now. And let's give his eyes a little bit of a fill. Any more questions? Is the only web browser like activity just by using the links? Let's see. Links in the PDF file. Yeah, I believe that's still the case, Greg. I do have to verify that and kind of double check on that. But as far as I'm aware, I believe that is the case. But what you can do, Greg, is you can sideload. So like on my Nomad, I have stuff sideloaded. So in more, you could download like a Chrome browser, or you could download, I don't know, Brave or Internet Explorer or something like that, and have your own browser there. Ed at Organizing for Change has done that kind of tutorial, and I think Brandon Boswell did one as well. So I would recommend if you're using Windows, I would use at Organize for Change, and then if you're using Mac, I would use Brandon's for a kind of tutorial there. But that is certainly possible. But yeah, it built into the Supernote platform, like you're mentioning, that is not something that you would have right out the box unless you're in a PDF file, or like you said, you can link to web pages. So um, maybe I can show you a quick file. But where did I have it? Is it Nomad? I think it's in my Nomad file. So let's actually the table of contents here. Oh, sorry, I messed that up. Wrong one. Supernote that here. Table of contents. I think accessories, right? Here we go. So like here you can link to stuff. So you could link to a kind of web page. Like I think I linked to one here. So like the Supernote Nomad here. If I click this, it will take you to the Nomad page where you can see kind of the website there. Let's just give this a quick finish. Still all right, and so you can see, like, if I just want to make it look cleaner, then I can hide this layer, and now we have our little robot guy. And maybe I can show you the spray a little bit. So there's two styles. We'll go with a thinner one here, and we'll go with like maybe like a medium kind of gradient. But you can see I can start to shade him a little bit, give him some texture. And I'll recast that shadow here. Right. And then you can clean stuff up. So what I like doing is like the soft, and then I can kind of do like on the edges, I can clean up any overspray of any sort. And a little more texture. So yeah, that's just a quick example of like drawing on it. Um, yeah, I think that's thanks. Just want to occasionally cut and paste an image, table map into notes. Not sure if books is easier. For that use case, yeah, Greg, I'd say probably books is easier because you're like using full Android, and you can have there's more control there because the platform's built around Android. But the yeah, that's pretty much kind of yeah my unboxing here and first impressions. But yeah, Rad, was it you that asked for yeah yeah Rad? There you go. There's your AI robot. We'll call him Rad. Oop. This is Rad, guys. Um, so yeah, that's pretty much everything that I've kind of covered here. Thanks for all the questions, and I will hopefully see you guys Sunday. We are streaming with the E team on Ed's channel. I'll put a link down below once he posts the link to the live. But you can also check out my Supernote playlist here if you want to kind of see more on the Supernote platform in general, because I've done a good amount of videos on the Supernote platform at this point. And Greg, if you want to take a look, I've done some Android videos about stuff of like Supernote and Android, so you can check that out. But thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you guys have a great rest of the weekend, and I will catch you guys soon.